Hey there, it's Luke from lukezeme.com. Recently I was asked what programs someone with no history in photography could use to edit their photos, and today I just wanted to share those recommendations with everyone. So straight off the bat, I'd recommend Adobe Lightroom 5 as your main editing program, and then as your creative filter program, something like On1 Perfect Effects 4. These two software programs are super easy to learn, but are top shelf when it comes to photo software editing. They also have a lot of depth in them and also allow you to advance your editing level with leaps and bounds. And there's enough creative content within each of them for beginners, intermediates, and all the way up to advanced photographers, especially professionals using Adobe Lightroom 5. Let's take a look at Lightroom 5 first. Basically, it is a big storage device for your photos. You can take your photos, put them onto your hard drive. I've labeled this folder D800, like my camera, and then I've put individual folders from days that I shot. Labeled them, say, Queen Street in Brisbane, and then all these photos are from that day. It's here in the develop module where we can make all the changes to the photograph. And this is why it's a really easy one for beginners, because it's all set up with sliders. So you can change the saturation with a slider, vibrance, you can even adjust the shadows within the image, and exposure. And you know that white balance thing you see on your camera? You can even change that here as well. You can even slide all the way down here, and Adobe's come up with lots of little adjustments that you can make with sliders. Even add vignettes to your image as well. It's a good way to focus in on subjects within the composition. A lot of photo sites now, like Flickr and 500px, now have the maps along with the photos, and you can now assign a GPS to your photo within Lightroom as well. So if we type in Manly Beach, Australia, to add a tag to this photo, it will zoom in, add this GPS to the selected photo. And now if you upload this photo onto Flickr or 500px, it will have this destination as its location. Adobe has added a book feature which you can add your photos to, create pages, add text. Let's zoom in a little bit on this one. Add text underneath each photo, tell how much it's going to cost. And these can all be sent off to a printer as well. You can change the size. There's so much in here. You'll just spend hours and hours creating your books. It's lots of fun. Also got a slideshow where you can just make as many changes as you like. Adobe's thought of everything, as well as print options, as well as a print module which comes with some advanced settings which you can change, such as the DPI, as well as your print settings, page settings, and as well as change the printer. You can even add your own profiles. Galleries, but lastly but not least, you can create custom galleries to upload to the web as well. Another thing which is helpful to beginners are called these presets, and you can purchase these off other photographers who sell them, and you can see how it's changed all the settings over on the right here. What they've done is they've gone through and made some nice adjustments and then saved those as a preset, and they sell them as packages. I'll list a really nice one below that comes with 75 presets, and you could maybe take a look at getting that as well. This leads us to the other program that I wanted to recommend, which is called On1 Perfect Effects 4. And you can get it in a standalone app, which will come up down here in your taskbar, and you can just launch it from here. Actually, the entire suite from On1, which comes with layers, mask, portrait, effects, black and white, focus and resize. but I suggest you just get effects to start with. The reason I'm recommending Perfect Effects 4 is because it comes with about 450 filters, and as well, developers are always emailing you with ones that they've just created. So if you've gone ahead and purchased Lightroom, you can just launch your Perfect Effects 4 filter program from Lightroom. So let's say we wanted to edit this image. We would right click on it and say Edit In, and then select Perfect Effects 4, your filter program. Just left click that. And that's going to launch your On1 Perfect Effects 4 software. And selecting a filter is as easy as opening up a category and just left clicking on one of the filters. It will come up here in your preview, and you can make adjustments with this slider, whether you want it to be applied at 100% all the way down to 0. There's, as I said, 450 different ones to go through. And some of the fun ones are in like movie looks, where they've created things like cyberpunk. And let's have a look at this one, Kryptonite. It's a very fast way to make your photos look amazing. Of course, you can just buy Perfect Effects 4 without Lightroom, so let's say you've gone ahead and purchased it, installed it, and you wanted to edit a photo. You would just go to File, Open, select one of your photos. Let's go with this one from Cataract Gorge in Launceston, Tasmania. You may want to purchase the entire suite, but I suggest for starting out just get the Effects module. And again, it's as easy as left clicking one of these to make adjustments to the photo. There's always more advanced options underneath over here in the effects options. So there you have it. There's my recommendations for beginners to digital photography. So you got Adobe Lightroom 5 and On1 Perfect Effects 4. Also look into getting some preset packages for Adobe Lightroom. These ones were like $15 and I got 75 of those. I've actually got quite a few. Anyway, I hope that'll help some of you. If you have any questions, just leave them below.